All right. What's the news on deck for today? Let's see here.
We just missed two major news net events.
The GBD has been all over its place all day, huh? Tons of pound news this morning.
I'll be right back, Dave. I gotta go help my little boy.
You're fine. We got. By the way, can you guys hear me? I changed up my microphone. Does it sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. Top of the hour, we do have some news coming in. So just gotta be cognizant of that. And we're good to go. All right. Let's get in, get out, get done. That's what we like, right? Let's do that today. Let's get in, get out, get done today.
Okay.
All right. Today, we're going to see if we can't find some normalcy in the market after yesterday's burger. And we had to wait till, it was kind of fun. We traded for 2 hours, nothing. And then 30 minutes after we quit, that's when I got the move I was looking for and made my money back. I made 1,085 yesterday on that move. So I was able to fix those trades. Okay. So let's be cognizant.
Can I make a recommendation?
Depends.
To kind of understand the market, I recommend you go to the 15 and go all the way out and look at it.
Well, I do that. If you look right here, this gives you an hour look. This gives you a 15-minute look. This gives you a 30-minute look.
Okay.
It's the same thing. And so that's why I widen up.
Well, if I go all the way out, I can see that the 15 has hit a bottom that it hit before and it's on its way back.
Yeah, it's right here, right?
No, a long time ago.
Well, no, it should be the exact same because price hasn't gotten lower than this.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
I mean, I'll show you what I mean. Like if you're looking right here, price on the 15th, that's the same view as that.
Yeah.
As the 5. Should be the exact same as the hour too. If you
See,
zoom in, it's the same.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why I look at a wide view of the 5. A lot of times people ask me that question, same question. Why don't you ever zoom out to the 1 to 5? And the only time I ever look at the beyond the 5 is when I can't see data and I got to go all the way back to here to find the data. But when I look at the 5, that gives me 30, 15, an hour, right? And so, so we're going to come down here and touch, or it came down, touch these lows, but it's also, this is a really good place for a bounce too, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
So I'm going to capitalize on I'm looking for a move higher, but I'm going to jump into some sells right now off of that. And I'm going to jump into a pretty good layer just because that candle was pretty large. And I'm just going to look for just a pullback. So, and as it goes up, continue to sell in there. I'm not looking for a price cycle down. I'm just looking for just a pullback, just fading that candle is all. All right. So the goal in this account is to make 180, 190 bucks. But we'll see. We'll get that. All right. So the same kind of rule applies. Like, we're looking for, obviously the trend has been very down. We're actually at a bounce point, right? So, as long as the market continues to do this stuff where it's just up and down, I don't really care what direction it goes. I'm gonna enjoy the up and down
ride.
You know, It's when the market just takes off in one direction and marches on you that I don't enjoy. So I'm just going to continue to build in as it goes up, waiting for that turn. Yeah, are still playing large price cycles. That's why I'm still going really, light on my position size so that I can trade the layers so I pull the position size down so that I can continue to trade the same amount of trades. It's easier for me than saying, oh, I'm trading a heavy position size, so I can only put 2 trades on or 3 trades on. But if I lower my position size, I can trade the exact same way I always trade, but still maintaining a lighter position. How did people do on FOMC yesterday? That sure was fun. It was a fun opportunity to learn, that's for sure. So I did my other account, my Alveo. I traded that through the Alveo account, and I definitely wasn't necessarily following Sean as what he was doing, because I didn't agree with some of the way he looked at the market and saw the market. So I definitely faded that first move, and then I bought into it as it started bouncing up, and I rode it back up. So I faded it down, rode it back up, and then I waited for the conference, and then waited for then just fib retraced this move. So rode it up, rode it down, or rode it down, the fade, then rode it back up. Then I waited for the fib retracement and played the fib all the way down. So that's how I usually play news. Okay. So because it broke above this, it leaves the door open for it to climb up to here before you get a little price cycle down. And that is a strong, oops, no, I did not want to do that. That is a finger error. All right. So I'm going to put it into a larger layer here. And if it climbs up to the top, I'll continue to put a larger layer in. Just build into this position. Kind of like a double layer right here. Just waiting for this turn. So with this layer, again, what I'm looking to do with this layer is fix this layer down here, or break even when it comes down to here. If it goes past this action point, then I'll make some money, but I'll get out if it stalls right there. But our price cycles are 15. So this move is a 20. So we're right at the end of that price cycle. But if we're also thinking it's going to be moving up, then our down price cycles shouldn't be larger than our up price cycles. And it just has to hold this blue down here for confirmation. The other thing that I did too, that I haven't done in a long time, that was kind of fun during FOMC, is I put a 3 take profit on, and up here in this consolidation right here, I was just buying and selling with a 3. And obviously it was like moving a lot larger than 3. And so I was just stacking a bunch of trades on, hitting those take profits. And it was just kind of fun because I hadn't done that in a while. Okay. So kind of like I was talking about, kind of like the break even, close to break even situation. Start peeling off some profit here, as I have to take a loss on the layer. I'd rather take max profit if it stalls. And then peel off some of these guys right here. And on that, just kind of let it see what it does, but I may just kind of lighten to my position there for a second. Let's see if we do get a break lower here before I start building into some buys. So it is testing this action point right here. Let's see if we get that break in that action point. Okay, hold. And there we go. There's that break. Hopefully, this candle stays lower. Just usually, I say that when the candles are larger, but it can pull all the way back and not give us that break. So if it does break, then our next action point. Oh, dirty dog, come on. Stay. Andrew knows what I'm talking about.
I thought you was talking to Pip.
Come on, boy.
That's what Andrew says when he trades alone. Come on. Good boy. Good boy, Market. Market needs a treat.
That's the name of my next dog is Market.
Market. I think, Cool's friends might be confused by that. You got your dog at the market? Oh, Cool's not even going to defend himself.
Because he can't defend himself. He's got nothing to say.
I don't like sitting on my hands, but I like to be actively trading, but so I'm just waiting for it to come down.
So there's big news tomorrow, I guess, too, right? Employment.
Yeah, the non-farm payroll first Friday every month. I think we'll trade that. That's when last time we. I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna start putting a buy on here as it goes lower. Just start looking for that turn. Start building into some buys while I'm holding onto these sells. So remember last time we got up like a half an hour early, well, an hour early, really, and traded the non-farm.
Finally.
I think we'll do that.
Good morning.
Too. Hey, where you been?
Man,
Cliff?
a couple of mornings I just couldn't get on. I don't know why.
No, it could get on or get up.
I don't know, just couldn't get on.
Because the struggle is real for me sometimes. Like,
God.
I hate my alarm.
No, I'm talking getting on the Zoom. The link, I tried the link.
No, I'm talking waking up.
I wake, I just can't get on to this.
So is it going to go up or down?
Yes.
I mean, that's why you're a great coach. You never miss.
Never wrong. You know what? The person that scores the most points wins.
Right.
It's the Wayne Gretzky Wayne Gretzky quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right. So how's the major leagues doing right now? What are the games? Do you know?
I think the Astros are in, are they not? Cool. Houston.
Yeah, the Astros and the Phillies, man, they just trounced them.
But the Astros tied it up last night.
I'm not a big fan, but I was reading this article. Some guy in Houston. I'm just going to close all and take the profit there, and then I'm going to start looking into reversing my buys. Just going to start with a smaller layer, just because, like I said, I think it's going to move higher, which means that we shouldn't get a larger price cycle down, right? I could see it coming down to this action point before it turns. So I'm going to just kind of get in early with the small layer here. But I read this article last night about some guy, he calls himself like the mattress king or something like that. I don't know. It's an older guy, but he put a ton of money. Well, he didn't put a ton of money, but he put money at the beginning of the season, before the season even started, that the Astros would win the World Series. And if they won, he was going to get like $70 million or something like that. And that was his bet at the beginning of the season, before even games started playing. So they usually give you like favorable odds if you put bets on there. But what he did was kind of a brilliant move. So he is selling mattresses at his mattress store, and he put that bet down, and then he used it for a marketing strategy, saying that if anybody spends $3,000 or more in my store, I will give you your money back if the Astros win the World Series.
Wow.
So he's made all of his money back that he put on the bet, and then some, because of that thing. And obviously he doesn't have that promo going on right now, but as the Astros got better and better, his sales started going higher and higher. So I'm like, hey, that's kind of an interesting marketing strategy. And that's why it caught my attention, and I read about it, because that's the only way I would know that the Astros were in the World Series, because I don't follow baseball that much. All right. So let's get in. I need to get some more meat on the bone here. Oops. Probably going to take that right there and look to just recycle, because it kind of stalled at this kind of like a thing. So I'm thinking I can get back in on that layer. Don't And if not, I'm probably going to stop here and let me get back in. Start flattening in a little bit. This action. So size of the candles.
So you said on this condition of market, you're not really concerned about the trend. You're just getting what you can of the ups and downs, but still you have in the back of your mind, right?
As long as it's moving up and down, I don't really care anytime what the trend is, but you need to be cognizant of, like, if you see here, I mean, because of the wobble, right? So I'm making money on the buys, making money on the sells. Don't want to miss the opportunity to jump in here. But I'm always cognizant of these points, which are, lower highs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's forming here, right? And so
Right.
that tells me that the price cycles down aren't as going to be as strong as the price cycles up. Do you know what I mean? Kind of what we talked about yesterday, the market tends to tell you which is easier. Is it easier to make money going up, or is it easier to make money going down, right? So if it takes 10 minutes on an up move, but 3 minutes on a down move, right? Then you kind of know, like, okay, well, let's put a little more into these up moves or the down moves, whatever is easier, whatever the market is easier to make money on. That's the direction I want to go heavy and go lighter on the other side, because generally speaking, if it's struggling to go down, but easy to go up, then your turn points happen a little quicker in the market.
Right.
So I'd rather go light on the slow and heavier on the ups, or vice versa, whatever the market is doing that day. Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that just every day, that information changes, right?
Right.
But every hour, that information can change too, right? If we get a pop above this, then that changes this layer into, instead of a wobble layer, then it's going to just ride it out for a thing to the top of that.
Yeah, but you're not putting any more because that's the end of the price cycle, right?
Yep, that's correct. That's why I'm going to look to see what this action point is for this layer here.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm not in heavy at all, which that's like, I like it when it goes against me, because then they can build into more positions. So even if it does shoot up, I'm like, dang it, I just don't have enough meat on the bone. So, okay, that happened. So I think I'm just going to close that and see if I can get back in. So take the profit at the peak and then jump back in if it pulls back down just a little bit.
So when you're done, can you do plot trades on this to show all the lines?
Yes, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If I know how to do that. I'm pretty sure you can, because I keep removing them. I'm not, I've been learning MT4. So I'm not an MT4 wizard. So somebody would have to tell me how to do that, or I had to look it up really quick. All right. So because of that, we'll buy into this, but I'm kind of cognizant, just seeing if it's going to give us a price cycle down right here. So if it does price cycle down, this is the worst place to put buys, a layer of buys on. So I'm just going to keep that layer super small. See if we get a break down. If it breaks this, then I'm going to flip into some sells for a price cycle down. Okay. It's attempting to break.
UK's fund considers cutting tax-free dividend allowance.
It's a good reminder that we have news coming in.
15 minutes.
Half hour. Well, I guess you do have a little bit of news, orange, but there's a red one coming in a half hour. Good. Oh man, hey, when that happens, right when you click the button, it shoots up and puts. Like, that's not where I wanted it. All right, because of that, and it got knocked back down. Should test the bottom, or the candle closes up here, then it'll test the top. What you gonna do? I don't know why I'm in like dog training voice today. Andrew's teaching today. Come on, what you gonna do, boy?
So which do you use, David? FX Street or which one for news?
I mean, it's all should be the same. If it's not, then the site has a problem. But I tend to just go to FX Street, just have it bookmarked.
Is there a better one?
No, I mean, all I look for is the time of news, and any site can tell you that. But if you're looking to digest the reasons why news, or maybe even a forecast, there might be better sites. If anybody has an opinion on that. Like if you're saying, there might be better sites to understand more in depth. They just pick up some cells here. This pull back right here. We'll see where this candle closes. So I'm going to put some cells on right here to see what I'm looking for is if this turns into a big old M right there, it could run down into here. So as it pops up, put some cells on. And I'm all right to have just to watch both of them. Obviously, this guy up here, I'm probably gonna get rid of that top guy. It's just a bad placement trade. It's a little bit more of a pop. Close my longs right there. Get into some cells. The top of that.
So this is like wobbling with huge price cycles.
Not too huge. And we went from, earlier 20 to now it's starting to shrink to 7 price cycles. Usually when it starts shrinking like that, you can start seeing that it's coming into like, wedge, or you can kind of see like right here, it could be coming into, a little pennant right here.
Uh-huh.
And then about the time that the news happens, it'll break one way or the other, right? So price cycles start to shrink, starts to wind up. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. If it's going to do that, then I need to make sure that I'm in good trades at the top or the bottom of these price cycles and just start sniping off. And then also being cognizant of not being too heavy in one direction or the other for the news pop, so that if you're on the wrong side of it, you can fix it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to try this right here. Close my shorts right there. And start buying in. Buying lightly because this M could still be in play. If it crosses this, it could run down. So I got just like a bunch of things that I'm looking at in my brain. Like, obviously that pennant's one, the M's one. Keeping these higher highs is one. And then in 6 minutes, we have a little bit of a news announcement that's going to cause the market to run a little bit in it. It's not a major announcement, but it will add volume to the market. So those are the things that are going through my head at the moment. All those things. So I'm just looking for not riding this layer all the way up to here. I'm just looking for just taking sips out of the market, 2, 3, 4 pips profit, putting it in the bank, 4 pips of profit, putting it in the bank, and just keep stacking profit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what just wobbling 101, right? That's what wobbling is. So Bum, bum, bum. There's an opportunity to recycle, but we'll probably missed that recycling opportunity. So if this candle, if that candle since that candle failed to break, it leaves the door open for a push lower. And we'll test the bottom of that and see if it breaks or not. But I missed that recycle opportunity where on that pop-up could have got out, got back in. Now I gotta see, okay, 20 seconds left. Buy again. Let's see if we get a break to the side, top side. 4, 3, 2. Stay. Good boy. Good boy. And I'm probably just going to close those guys on the reach high. And sell in.
I much rather have this type of trading than what we did.
You and me both.
Than we've had all week. Yes.
Now the question is, again, very cautious. Do not go heavy because you don't want to give all your profits back when the news hits and take a loss, right?
Right.
So that's the difficulty of trading during this hour and this time frame. You usually do get larger movements, and so you can capitalize on stuff like this. But you have to be highly cognizant of news, and if you're not, then it could give it all back, right?
Yeah, seeing Sean go through that yesterday was amazing.
Right. That's why major news events, you trade demos. Unless you want to be a YouTube star and say, watch how I made $10,000 on one trade because they throw $5,000 down.
Can only show you the winning trades.
Exactly. Only show you the winnings.
Who was there with Sean yesterday? I don't know him.
That was Todd.
Oh.
Yeah. The Todd's been around for a long time.
He had like 1,000 trades on.
Sean did, yeah. I had my boys who are just starting out trading. I had them on there and I said, okay, this is a good learning experience. Take the same trades that Sean takes, but extremely light because he's going to take a lot of trades. So I had him trading like 0.02s, and even at 0.02, my oldest son did exactly what Sean did, and he found himself down like $700 because the market was moving so fast, even at 0.02s, because he was taking the same amount of trades that Sean was taking. And then my other son, who's just getting started trading, like this week getting started trading, didn't understand why Sean was making the moves that he was making. He's like, why are you selling when it's going up? so he bought.
Oh no.
And whatnot, and he won. Like,
he did. Anyway. He did the right thing.
Because he didn't understand what the counter trend trading or anything. He's like, it's going up. Why aren't you buying? So he made like $200.
That's That's funny.
It's amazing the psychology, though, right?
Yeah,
1,000 trades on. Sean's used to that, right? He can do that.
But I went in there and sat and showed him how to fix his trade. So in like 5 minutes, my other son goes, "Wait, you went from 700 down to 200 positive?" He's like, "Bruh." We were able to fix his trades in like 5 minutes because we were still getting good volatility. So I'm like, yeah, let's fix them real quick. So whoever's team he's on, you're welcome. So I had an interesting, I don't know if the person's on, but I had an interesting private message on Discord, and I didn't get a chance to read it because it was like waking up, looked at my phone, and I didn't get a chance to see who it was from. But the question was, is that what's the purpose of leagues? That was the question. Like, what's the purpose of leagues? And they were asking, not like from just a pure, like, curious question. Like, is it going to be a teaching? Is it going to be education? What is the purpose of leagues? Right. And
here's the news.
Nice little shootout down. So I'm probably going to look to get out of this for a pullback. So I'm going to get out of that, because usually on the news it pops down, and I'll probably fade this just a little bit. I should have faded it there, but that's okay. Oh, I thought I got in more than just one. Crap. That's probably the fade's probably over.
But the news is in 15 minutes, right?
You have a smaller news event.
That's little news, right?
That's what this happened, right? Off of that. And I usually would fade that candle, but the fading opportunity is past. Now we're going to see if we get continuation of the down, or if it bounces and tries to retrace. So that's kind of how I play the news almost always, is come in, fade that initial move, and then look to see what direction the next move is, because that's usually the direction. Like right now, it's going down. If it crosses this, it could continue to go down. But then once that news is over and exited the market, or the impact of the news is over, then I look to do a retracement off of that, just play the fib off of that. And because it's a smaller news, generally the news is over. And so now you look, or the impact of the news is over. And so now you look for that fib retracement right here. And I'm probably going to just pop out of this little guy right there just to get a better placement of a trade if it comes back down. And I'll put a stack into another layer of buys. I was thinking it was going to come back down, but if it doesn't, I'm going to peel this guy off right there, only because I have to leave for a second and let my dog out. And that looked like a good place to cover, or to get max profit. So I don't know if you got any snow over there in Eagle Mountain, but we got some good amount of snow over here.
I looked outside, we're dribbling a little bit.
Yeah, we had a power outage last night for a couple hours. That was always fun. And the first kind of real power outage of the year, you kind of like, where did we put all of our lights? You always go through that. My sons have a solar powered generator. So they have these things called one wheels. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them, but I have one too. So I go out and ride with them sometimes, where it's just kind of like a skateboard, but just one wheel in the middle. And so you kind of balance, and it's like an electric skateboard. And so whenever we go like camping or places, they bring that generator so they can charge them and continue to ride them in the mountains and all that kind of stuff. So
it's a solar panel. Is it big, small, portable? What?
it's portable. So it's like the size of a suitcase that unfolds to be probably like 6 feet long, 3 feet tall, somewhere in there.
Use out in the snow, ride around, or what?
Oh no, you don't want to get those things wet. Get them wet, and you destroy them.
There's a private label right there, waterproof one.
Waterproof one. That's what's called snowmobiles.
But not a one wheel?
That would be very difficult.
I can do it.
Or a snowboard without a wheel. I don't see how a wheel could get traction.
Big old monster truck wheel.
And I got an error message that my price changed on that wick when I put a buy or a sell on. All right. So again, just kind of keeping it super light here on purpose, waiting for the news event to enter. I just don't want to give back everything we've made.
Dave.
Yeah.
So you were asking last night about how the learning journey is going with
with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm up $57, and I just managed to fix a bad layer of buys by placing a good layer of buys, and came out of it with $8 of profit. Even though I lost on my initial buys, I made up for it on my new buys that I threw on there.
So on this wick, you were able to get that?
Yeah, on that wick, I got right out right at the top with $8 of profit, even though I lost $3 on my initial buys. I made it all back as it came back up. So
that's awesome. No, I was asking Andrew this question, and I'd love for you guys to chime in that have been, so my question, or the thought in my head, and the reason why I asked Andrew is like, which is the better learning process, watching somebody trade or going through a structured environment like Beeline, where you watch a video and it teaches you the concept, and then you have to go execute on that concept to advance to the next level. And so, and he doesn't know Beeline because he doesn't know API or anything,
because he doesn't know anything.
Well, because I didn't introduce him that way, right?
He only knows dogs.
And so he was a good barometer. Yeah, he only knows dogs. It was a good barometer for me to ask that question, because he hasn't gone through Beeline or anything like that. And so I'm like, for me, how awesome would it be if I could have had Sean teaching me how to trade every day for 2 hours a day? I mean, how fast would that have expedited my learning curve is kind of the thought. Or is it better to watch a video, understand a principle, and do a challenge? And so that's kind of where, I've been kind of wrestling or going back and forth in my head, like, what is the best way to teach everybody who's on here, right? And of course, coming from Andrew, who only knows one way, not either way, that's why I asked him, like, are you learning anything by watching me trade and pulling out of it? And obviously he is, because he knows what a buy layer is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been going from, start out with some buys, flipped into some sells, back into some buys, flipped into like that, wobbling, right? That's what it is. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, I think even 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have had the confidence to even try that. I would have been like, okay, this is my bias. I'm only going to be doing buys today, or I'm only going to be doing sells today. But this last week or so, I've definitely got a lot more confidence in my ability to at least kind of read the wicks and the candles and be like, okay, I can see where it's going to, which way it's going to flip here. So
Sure.
I'll just try and work out my percentage because I forgot to put down my number.
Yeah. So I asked this, I'm going to ask the same question to you, Andrew, is like, are you a better trader today than you were 30 days ago?
Absolutely. I mean, I've only been trading about 30 days. So
See, I only ask questions I know the answer to.
This is good.
But if you're not out of trades, I would suggest getting out of trades like coming into this news event, because you can obviously see what it's an obvious seeing to me that our candle sizes are shrinking. We're coming into a pinch point. It's winding up. It's kind of winding up to break out, right? We don't know what direction that's going to be. Now, you could trade with a pending orders, kind of what Todd was doing yesterday, or a limit. Sorry, a limit orders where you have a buy limit or sell limit, and you could do that and take advantage of a news one direction or the other. But we got very careful of this happening, because that could happen too. So it could get you into sells, and just as quickly it could go back the other way, and now you're losing here. So if you do decide to do a limit order, get into a sell, once it stops, get out, right? And that could be very, very fast. It could, right? And so as soon as it stops, you get out. Hit that X button.
Dave, I noticed that with Sean, he traded with the 2 take profit down there.
Yeah.
Is that his strategy all the time?
Yeah.
Because we're trading with 0 take profit and then manually take it out.
Right. That is his strategy. He does that all the time on camera. So
I think he also will move his take profit sometime too, right? Depending on market conditions.
Oh yeah, he always adjusts his take profits when he has time, but he didn't have time to do that yesterday during news events.
Right.
That's why I did that too. Is like up here in that consolidation up here, it was like 5 to 8 pips, right? And so I had set 3 pip take profit. That was kind of fun to do that because I was hitting your take profit really quick, right? It was just one candle up, one candle down. So I was like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It kind of sounds like that game that you play at the arcade when you just shoot the basketball. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's the way it sounds for me. I don't know. Maybe for Jimmy, it's like oink, 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 oink.
Whoa.
I'm just
Oink.
What are you talking about?
What's that?
Wait, what is it? 3 to 3?
No, that game, and I don't know, those arcade places and bowling alleys where you shoot the basketball into the hoop and you hear 3, 3, 3.
Okay, yeah, but what's the trading thing?
Like 3 pips, because I was like hitting 3 pips take profit because I was hitting it so fast, like getting 3, 3, 3, 3.
I would look at noise when it wins, just something.
Yeah, hit your take profit. Not that noise. That would be annoying. Give you the noise of the amount, like 2 pips, 2, 3, 5, 5.
Okay, cash fund is down.
You'd hear like Sean 100 trades on, you hear
Sound of 17 cents hitting the desk.
Yeah, that's
mine were just like, you lose.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want any sound. We don't want any sound when you hit your stop losses, unless it's like a Pac-Man dying. Yeah, exactly. The death of Pac-Man.
He's heating up.
All right. So we broke lower than this. So generally, this is just an opinion, no theory or evidence, but my theory is generally when it goes one direction before a news event, like if it starts heading down one direction, it usually goes the opposite direction with news. And so the market tries to predict what the news is going to be. And so it goes in the opposite direction so that when the news, so it goes down and the news goes up, it is managing price. Right. And then that's just the theory. And of course, if the news comes out and is unexpected, then everything throws out the window. But if the news is as expected, market movers know what should happen. And so they try to put themselves in a position to prepare for that. Again, opinion. Kind of like the opinion of stop hunts, right? You can't prove that they're real, but you know that they're real. If you don't know what a stop hunt is, Andrew, you will someday.
You will someday.
Oh, crap. Dog's out there and he got himself stuck in the snow and I have to walk out there and get him.
Oh, it's snowing?
It's melted. It's wet.
It's
All right.
still trying to snow here.
You know, barking.
Top of the hour.
You like barking. Let me come in. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. So I'll fade.
You were right, Dave.
Put a little fade on there. I'm going to close out of that. The only reason why I didn't stack into that fade is because it was giving me signals that it could continue to run up, and because this should be a larger news event than this, that's the reason why I didn't like just smack the crap out of the fade button. So I'm going to let this do what it does. If it fails to cross this right here, then it's probably going to move higher.
So I actually put on a layer
Of sells or buys.
of buys right before, and then just when it hit the peak of that wick, I got out and made $40 off of that wick.
Oh, good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
That was intuition.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Hey, I'm up
we'll chalk
88
that up to your teacher.
I'm up $88 today. I'm excited today.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll take that.
Famous last words, Andrew. That's what Nick says.
Oh, I'm out of everything. I'm done for the day. It's 8 o'clock. I'm ready for work, so.
Oh, then those aren't as famous. I'm done for the day. Yeah, right? Those aren't. All right, so I'm gonna buy into this. Just move now, because I think the news is kind of done. So still getting big wicks. So I'm gonna look. Oh, dang it! It's like kind of pull back. I'll buy in. All right, I gotta go let my dog back in.
Yeah.
So I'd like to buy in and go to the top of this. That's where it's gonna go. That being said, I'll let it ride. Oh, awesome. It looks like I didn't miss anything but opportunities to recycle. Oh my gosh, had a big old tree branch break in the backyard, like huge, 20-foot long branch. And the dog got all tangled up in it.
Oh no. Is that your big walnut tree?
Nah, a different one, but that's always gonna be fun. Gotta clean that sucker up, get chainsaw out.
It's all right. It's firewood.
Yeah, you can't have fires anymore in the houses. Yeah, Clean Air Act. Come on, Andrew. I don't want to get trouble. All right. Yeah, I took those out too soon. It's all right.
Hey, I'm a quick draw McGraw too.
I'm gonna sell off of that just for a quick. Can't trade as fast as Alvio. I would have already had like 10 trades on because I was smacking the mouse button and nothing was happening.
You know, that Khalid had that nice feature where you can.
Oh, you can put like
right?
4
I
on
like
it.
that.
So, yeah.
And then also close out the longs or the shorts. That'll be a nice feature to have.
Sure, absolutely. I do have that over here on there. I was looking for just a quick profit there. Right there. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Today should be a good day if you've
Yeah, good day.
good trading, easy day. Just kind of pick up, just wobble, right? Thought you said you were done trading, Andrew.
I'm just watching.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trading. I did $88. I'm happy with that.
You're gonna bow out of the market today. It's not bad, not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing to do. Quit while I'm ahead, you know. So
That's right.
I am gonna go get ready for work though.
Well, thanks for your time today. Thanks for joining us.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
it's fun.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll see you all later.
All right.
Hey,
So-
bye.
Yeah, I was just looking at your guys' questions. Papa Den says I had a 3-pip take profit with 4-pip and lost 4 pips. You know, obviously that was spread. So again, you don't want to trade news with take profits because spread can kill you. Okay, so kind of right in the middle of that. And I'm probably gonna, if it holds here, it's gonna build into a layer or a buying position for the turn. I will tell you this though, we have some exciting news coming up. So kind of getting back to that question that I don't think I answered. It's like, what is the purpose of leagues, right? I mean, is it an education play? Is it just for fun play? Is it, what is the purpose of leagues? And ideally, it's to combine fun and education together with an opportunity to trade other people's money. And I'm not talking like, ideally, big picture is being able to trade, getting in front of millions of dollars as opposed to thousands of dollars, right? And so some of our traders right now are some of our traders that I know personally are having those conversations that with, outside of, the apiary fund money, where we're having those conversations with other people that want our traders or want apiary fund traders. And they want to, so we're opening up those discussions as we speak. And so, and so we can provide them with a track record and say, yeah, this person's a great trader. You would be lucky to have them, and kind of getting like a headhunter fee or whatever that is. Right. And so bringing that into the table would just add a huge excitement layer of adding that to leagues. And I was talking about it yesterday, the funding calls, where obviously Sean will be there and some other people will be there. And then as that grows, who knows, it might attract more and more people to put offers in front of you guys, and you just take the best offer. So that's the culmination of what we'd like leagues to become. And of course, the difficulty with leagues, and why nobody else is doing it at a large scale, is it is illegal to provide a monetary benefit in a competition environment when it comes to anything that the SEC is over. So any financial institution providing a monetary value for anybody is illegal. It's called a stock swap, right? Where you win a competition and I give you stock, right? And that's illegal. So leagues can't have prizes, can't have all that kind of stuff. And that's why nobody does it, because they feel like, I can't entice you to play in a league if I can't say, if you win your league, you're going to get X, right? You're going to win this. And so that's why nobody is putting the time, energy, and effort or the money that it takes to really do it at a professional level, because it's illegal.
You can't have prizes?
You can't have prizes that are like,
Over
first place,
so
you win the car,
Right.
win a cruise, that obviously is enticing people to come in and spend money, right? On leagues, whether it's demo or live account. Now, other countries do it. Other countries can do it and have done it. It's just you can't do that in the US, right? So, that is the. I hate when that happens. When you can't get out so fast, the execution of getting out is slow. So that's the disadvantage of leagues is, but if you could do that, then obviously there'd be a lot more competition out there for people. So that, for me, combining that with the hook of, hey, let's get a funding call going and happening. That's truly where leagues is going to go. Plus, the other thing is with leagues is that we will have a learning environment. You're going to have a captain. Every single week, you'll have team calls. We'll have education opportunities for people to learn and get better. I was just having a call with the captains yesterday, and we're going to start, doing like trade call outs, and so if you're in a team, you're going to get, hey guys, look for this trade to happen, look for that trade to happen, watch this market's great. Like right now you could shoot out into the market. It's perfect for trading, right? And so you'll get better that way, right? And it's not going to be a structured learning environment. It's not going to be a coaching. You're not going to pay somebody to teach you one-on-one. Of course, that'll be that, but they'll be separate from leagues. Leagues, in my opinion, is where you take what you're learning through the education piece and apply it. And you apply what you're learning in a testing environment that adds competition, right? So it's just kind of companion to education. So I don't know, the question was, what's the purpose of leagues, right? Like, what's the benefit to people? And that would be my answer. And it's going to grow and evolve, and I'm sure we'll find better benefit. But unfortunately, we can't compensate people, or I shouldn't say compensate, but give people prizes for winning leagues. I'm going to sell into this, but if it breaks to the top side, it could run for a little bit. I think I'm going to take some sells. I'm going to look to get out of these sells fairly quick on a 50% of that candle. Probably bounce out. And then look for just a little bit of a reach down. Oh, spread. That was a bad place to put a buy. Just reach a little bit further down. My thought here is, yes, this is a good place for a price cycle, and you should be selling here, but I'm putting a couple buy layers on in case we see a break of this. Then we're trading into the upper ranges, but not enough to where these are like just little tiny layers right there. See if we do get a break. And I was hoping to have them right here, but then I was like, oh yeah, spread. This is in Alveo, this is the better place to put buys right here for sure.
It's trying to break.
It is trying to break, but it failed. So that means the door is open for it to move lower. And I can't put any buys on I can't stack into anything right this second in case it does break. And if I sell, it's only 2 pips down to that next action point. So right this second is just not a good place to be placing trades. But if it comes down lower, I can buy in, build into if it wants to price cycle back down, now I can look to buy into this. Move lower. Pops, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm back up to 11 grand.
That's awesome. Cool. How's your day gone?
I'm just trading Avio right now.
How's it going?
490 pips, 2.2.
Awesome. Awesome. Lisa has 110, but still grinding. It's awesome.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Hopefully get that pop. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Nope. And you see how it fell and then came right back down. So I'm gonna buy into that. Oh, just I seem to just be missing by like a millisecond on my trades today. Like I get in and it moves on me. And I was doing that yesterday. My son was watching and he was like, "You need a better trigger finger. You should play more games."
Oh, yes.
I'm like, you're right. You'd be really good at this.
Right.
Nick says it's a slow day for you. I don't know if it's slow. I mean, I probably could have doubled this profit if I would have not been trading as light as I am. That's what made it slower. But anytime I know that there's news in the market, don't want to go heavy. But I mean, now I've been contemplating the idea of changing my position size because we don't have any news and because our price cycles are not as large, as they were. So meaning that I can double make, if I'm only going to take 5 pips of profit. So there's that move that I was waiting for. Did pop up. You could get out right here, or you could do the ride the wave strat. I think I'll do that. And maybe I will get into a secured trade here just in case it does pop back. I'm going to get into a 6 pip stop loss. I think I measured that wrong. I did measure it wrong. It's not what I want. I want a 3 pip stop loss. I'm going to give that to me right now. So I'll probably just close. Just don't want 100% retracement on that move. Take that